Salutations YouTube, c'est la suite de Final Fantasy XVI. Pas de cam cette fois, pour des raisons que j'ai la flemme. Voilà. Donc on est parti avant ou après cette VOD, sans doute après même. Il y aura un combat que j'ai fait de mon côté. Il s'agit du rang S de la dernière fois. Vu que ça fait 20 minutes de VOD, je vais la coller ici. Et voilà, j'ai réussi à le tomber en étant niveau 38. Et j'ai pris 2 niveaux. Voilà. Donc sans doute en fin de VOD, hein. Je verrai, je ferai le cut. On était donc dans un monde plongé dans le chaos pour la quête principale et il fallait donc se rendre à 3 endroits. Ça a l'air chiant, mais j'espère que ça ira vite.
My lord, milady.
We received the dame's message. There have been sightings of strange creatures, I understand.
With the blue eyes. Yes. Like a Kashyyyk, but
Ah oui, c'est vrai.
different. They've taken.
C'est vrai qu'après le combat contre Bahamut, Ultima avait
A Kashyyyk, but different.
plongé le monde dans l'apocalypse.
And what of your mistress? Is she here?
Oh, no.
Mais ça fait longtemps que j'ai pas joué. Hein.
She went to the garrison to ask what they were planning on doing about all this.
Then we'll look for her there.
Ok.
We could leave.
La musique de l'apocalypse là.
Madame, please! Half the garrison's been slaughtered by those things. We lost the captain this very morning.
We've tried requesting reinforcements, but there's been no word from the capital or the Dominion in days! What more would you have us do?
I would have you do your duty. Those at the Vale look to me for protection. And protect them I shall. Because they are my charges, and that is my duty. In case you have forgotten, the people of this town are your charges. But more than that, they are your people. Your sisters, your brothers, your lovers. So you have a choice. Lay down your sword and watch as they are slaughtered, or take it up and do what is right.
She speaks the truth, you know. This here, it's all we have. It's all that's left.
What we have left is our lives! Do you really want us to lose them as well?
Not if we don't have to. Look, there's a cask under the captain's bunk. Let's talk about this over a drink, eh?
I'm listening.
I'll have a word with him.
Ah, Clive. I didn't expect help to arrive so quickly. And sought to take matters into my own hands.
It was a noble effort, but I thought you might still need some support.
How like you to consider my needs.
What we need to consider is where the creatures came from.
The way the survivors speak of them, one would think they appeared out of thin air. And perhaps they did. It's hard to know what to believe these days.
We'll talk to the survivors.
Évidemment. Parler à plein de gens.
You're a pikeman, yes? What happened?
I've got family in Moor. I heard the flood was spreading, so I went to see if they were all right. And a pack of them glowing things found me in the meadow. I ran for my life. I never did get to the village.
Leave that to us.
My family.
It's all right. Did you see the creatures that attacked you?
Creatures? Yeah, they came out of nowhere. They went for Joseph first, then me, and then... Then they were just gone.
Do you remember where you were?
On the road from Oriflamme. We just passed more when... Where's my Joseph?
It's all right. Just rest now. At least we have an idea of where the thralls might be now. We should head for more.
Ok. Oui, je peux sortir par là, hein, c'est bon. Quand même vérifier 3 fois, mais c'est bon.
Faster!
Mince. Je vais voir un truc, mais oh, ça là-bas, c'est pas un cristal. Quoi ça? Je me permets un YouTube. C'est pas un cristal ça. Mais c'est quoi? Peut-être qu'on a la ref mais je l'ai plus. On va se dépêcher hein, parce que ça va être long. Techniquement dans le jeu il devrait pas nous rester grand chose, hein. Il doit nous rester Odin et Ultima en antagoniste. Mais bon, avec les quêtes dans le genre, ça dure un peu longtemps. Ah, ok, la terre d'Ultima. Comparé au dragon qu'on a eu, je te laisserai apprécier le fight YouTube. Aïe. Du coup bah c'est rien. Ah j'appuie. Mais lui Ouais, ciao. Bon, ça fait partie des fights les moins intéressants, hein. Les fights contre plusieurs petits ennemis là, c'est pas fou.
Do you think there are more?
There are always more. But I'd say we've done what we can for the time being.
Ok, est-ce que ça veut dire que du coup Francastel là c'est terminé? Qu'il va nous en rester 2 autres? Si c'est ça, ça va assez vite. Hein.
You have the town's thanks.
Don't thank us yet. There will be more. Many more. And you'll need to be ready for them.
Oh, we shall. Isn't that right, Captain?
Yes, milady. The garrison will be ready.
Philippe here has convinced most of the men to remain at their posts. For now, at least.
Hearing that the Dane would look kindly on any man who committed himself to the task certainly didn't hurt. It's not the most selfless of motives, I'll admit. But whatever it takes, eh? Now me, I never needed convincing. I became a soldier to protect the people I love. And the people I love include the ones standing before me.
Handsome and chivalrous.
Now, if you don't mind, I have sentries to post. Milady.
Lest you wonder, I'm not foolish enough to believe that this has solved all of my problems. But it has solved one, and that's one fewer than I had this morning. Thank you again, Clive.
Ok. Du coup, j'ai l'impression que c'est une sorte de quête où on revisite les endroits principaux qu'on a visités. Genre pour une espèce de conclusion finale. C'est-à-dire qu'on y retournera peut-être pas. C'est-à-dire qu'on aurait un rush final après.
Sid! Your new companion appears much more formidable than your uncle. Should I be worried? You haven't been introduced.
Jill, Clive has told me much about you.
All lies, I'm sure.
Your Stolas said that Dalamil has a bandit problem.
Indeed. Although, you're a little late. They left with our food and guild days ago. Any idea where they went? The desert's a big place. Your guess is as good as mine. But the fact is, I have more immediate concerns.
What did you say to me? What did you say?
Ah, as if by magic. Let's just say we've yet to reach a consensus about how to solve Dalimil's little problem. And at this rate, it won't be the actions of the bandits which prove to be our undoing. It will be our own. I've tried reasoning with the dissenting parties, but even the Desert Hare has limits.
Perhaps we could talk to them.
What makes you think they'll listen to us?
What makes you think they won't?
She makes a fair point, Sid. And you won't have wasted much of your precious time if you fail. They're just across the courtyard. Suppose we just follow the shouting.
Ok. C'est bien le bordel. Hein.
You wouldn't talk like that if it had been your men whose throats were slit. Blood for blood, it's the only way. We hire mercenaries and have them mount the bandits' heads on our walls as a lesson to the rest.
And what happens when those mercenaries are slaughtered like your men? Are you going to hire more? We're better off using that coin to buy food and supplies. If we hire mercenaries, the only thing we're buying is the bandits' ire. And you cannot fill empty bellies with that. Do you hear me?
But what happens when they come back? Maybe it'll be your throat that's slit.
That's enough. Both of you. Any more of this and I'll throw you out myself. Come back when you're ready to talk like adults.
Victor. What's he doing here?
Sid. And Lady Jill. What brings you here?
I was about to ask you the same thing.
Costness is in chaos, and the markets have all but ceased to operate. The Briar's Kiss here in Dalimil is the only place I can reliably obtain supplies. I was here to do just that when Master Lubor told me of his troubles. He thought I might be able to talk some sense into these fools. But if you're here, I suppose his patience must be waning.
Who are those people?
Those were the thorns in Lubor's side. And the reason this place might be headed the same way as Costness. It's these accursed skies. The darkness is enough to drive a man to madness. Or an entire city, for that matter.
We're still working on the skies. But in the meantime, perhaps we can find a solution to Dalimil's problems.
I hope so. For all our sakes.
Ok.
So, you see my predicament? What I saw was a room full of people who were angry and afraid. And with good reason by the sound of it. But if left to smolder, that anger and fear could set the entire town alight.
My thoughts exactly. What to do? Both sides wish to protect their homes and livelihoods, if only they could agree on how. But as long as they are divided, we are vulnerable.
And if there's one thing bandits like, it's an easy target.
What would Sid the Outlaw suggest?
Well, if it were my namesake, he'd let them choose for themselves and be on hand to pick up the pieces when it all went wrong.
That sounds like a recipe for disaster.
A recipe for disaster is precisely what it is. But perhaps that realization would be enough to make them question the ingredients. While it's plain neither Conrad nor Natalie will countenance the other's proposal, it may still be possible to make them doubt their own. Before presenting them with a third option.
And that would be?
To pool our resources and save the city ourselves. Why fight each other?
Ah, ça a l'air long et fastidieux comme solution. On pourrait juste aller tuer les bandits, non?
We have a plan of action. Victor, pay Conrad a visit. See if you can't convince him of his folly. I'll speak with Natalie.
As you wish.
On pourrait juste invoquer Ifrit et c'est fini quoi.
Your faces are not well known in this town. That may prove useful. Don't worry, Victor and I will do most of the talking. You need only play along.
Play along?
What he means to say is yes.
Picture it, Conrad. Ah, here she is. The Lady of the Spear herself. Conrad, may I introduce you to Jane, commander of the Red Wings, the oldest mercenary guild in the Free Cities.
A pleasure, my lady.
The pleasure is all mine.
As I told you, I summoned the commander
Jeanne, point d'interrogation.
to inquire about a contract.
Victor says you told him no. That there aren't any men left to hire. Is that true?
True as the crystals cracked. Nobles came and claimed every last one worth his salt. And not just from us Red Wings. You know of the 7 high houses. There must be 2 swords assigned each one. Granted, we have a few boys left. If it's boys you're looking for.
Well, Conrad, are you saying that Dalamil's finest cannot defend this town better than a gaggle of unblooded striplings? That a band of beardless youths could better avenge the deaths of your brave men than you yourselves?
Absolutely not. We'll show those bastards who they're dealing with.
I can't believe that actually worked.
Conrad's not what you called the brightest candle in the crypt. And there's a reason why I had you do the talking and not Sid. Well played, milady.
My shop.
Ah, du coup, ils vont tous les deux nous engager.
If I had my pickaxe, I would.
I mean, it may still be possible to buy some. Ah, here he is now. Natalie, allow me to introduce Lord Underhill of Randalar's prestigious League of Merchants.
Lord Underhill,
Baron Soukoli.
at your service.
Underhill.
I was just telling the good lady of our conversation, my lord, and how you were lamenting the state of the capital's stores.
Lubor says that not only are the granaries almost empty, but that war and the Blight mean this season's harvest won't be enough to fill them for winter.
Indeed, certainly that is the case. The nobles in the capital are buying up the city's stocks of barley and wine, driving the prices higher than most commoners can afford. It is only a matter of time before the peasants revolt.
It is worse than I thought. If what Lord Underhill says is true, I fear we have little hope of supplementing our stores, meager though they regrettably are. And while I applaud your endeavors to dissuade our more bellicose citizens from seeking vengeance, I sense Conrad is not wrong in his assessment of the bandits' likely return. Which means that now, more than ever, we will need to secure what little we still have. Food, weapons, herbs, everything. If our humble town is to endure not only this hardship, but those that are certain to follow, we must stand united.
All right. If it will help to protect my home, I'll do it. But you needn't have gone through this charade.
Thank you, Clive. Your performance was nothing if not workmanlike.
She saw right through it.
I didn't say it was good, merely that it produced the desired effect. Now, my scouts should be returning shortly. Meet me back at the Briar's Kiss, and we shall see what we face.
I'm not convinced our roles in this ruse were entirely necessary.
I don't know. Conrad seemed quite taken with you.
Mummy, I'm scared.
Ok. Donc là c'est bon, on va avoir localisation des bandits.
Good news, Sid. Both Conrad and Natalie have somewhat gracefully accepted their new roles. With time, they may even learn to.
Time no longer appears to be the luxury it was before lunch.
I take it your scouts found the bandits.
Technically, it would be the bandits who found my scouts. It appears they march for Dalamil as we speak.
Comme c'est pratique.
You're not serious.
They don't just want food, they want the whole damn town.
I have a favor to ask. I'm told the bandits march in 2 groups, one from the south and one from the desert, in a move doubtless intended to stretch our already gossamer-thin defenses.
Very well. Jill and I will meet those from the desert. But what of the rest?
The rest, my friend, the city shall fight. Together. The stakes, I concede, are high. But if this does not unite Dalimil, nothing will.
That is a lot of faith to put into those who had their hands around each other's throats but a moment ago.
Then it will be for us to see that their hands are kept occupied. And I do mean us.
I thought you might say that.
We'll hold them off for as long as we can.
And we will do the same.
Ok. Les mondis. Ils sont déjà là? Ah oui, d'accord.
The women folk have come to welcome us.
I'll take that one.
It's all yours.
Oh non.
They mean to overwhelm us.
Ah mais... D'accord, il en a juste rien à foutre, très bien. Ah vas-y hein. Tiens. Allez. C'est ciao.
The townspeople. Could they have held out?
I don't hear any fighting.
On dirait pas que j'ai fait un fight où seulement 2 coups pouvaient me tuer. Hein.
Hurry.
Natalie, I owe you an apology. You did well out there. The inn would have been lost had you not held the line.
Without you, there would have been no line to hold. You saved us, Conrad. You saved Dalimil.
We all saved Dalimil.
Conrad seems to have had a change of heart.
I'd say they both have.
I take it from your presence that our visitors from the desert won't be joining us either. Pity.
The plan worked, Sid. Granted, it only took an army of bloodthirsty bandits at our gate.
Come now, Victor. Why quibble over the details? We are united, and that is all that matters. As for you, Sid, you fight considerably better than you act.
I'll take that as a compliment.
Ok, plus qu'un. Ça doit être Marsa, je pense. Ouais. Ok. Let's go. Défendre l'auberge. C'est la merde ici aussi. Hein.
This man's gonna die if we don't get him to a healer.
But all our beds are taken.
Le bordel intégral.
Martha, it's good to see you.
And you, Clive. Jill?
Otto said you'd been attacked by a Kashik. What exactly happened here?
Those skies are what happened. Not long after they fell dark, we had our first visit. There were hundreds of them. Tried to storm the hill. Only a handful made it up here, but that was more than enough. The rest are still down there now. And while we have a few willing fighters holding them back, they're sorely outnumbered.
What do you think, Clive?
That we join the fight.
I thought you
Ça a l'air rapide.
Now, where I need you is the Fallen Gate. That's where the fighting is fiercest.
Ah, c'est rapide.
Let the men know you've come to help. Something tells me they'll be pleased to see you.
Ou pas. On va parler aux combattants ou on va juste y aller? On va juste y aller. Pas la peine de m'aider. Je suis frite.
There were as many as Martha says.
More.
Ok.
You don't think they've abandoned us, do you?
Ok. Est-ce que je peux le faire sans mourir? Ah, ils ont mis des barricades et tout. Hein. C'est développé. Ah, c'est eux qui vont m'aider. Incroyable. La Dream Team.
Clive, wounded.
Ah.
We deal with the Akashic first.
Ça va être quoi le monstre final? Oh, je suis pas sur le bon. Un minotaure éthérique. Allez, allez. Ah, c'est tout. Quoi? Allô? C'est bidon?
These men don't have the look of hired swords.
Non, c'est pas fini, c'est pas fini.
If you've come to rob this place.
You are mistaken, my Lord Rosfield. We're here by Madame Martha's leave.
How do you know my name?
Forgive me, my lord. There wasn't time for introductions. We're with the Guardians of the Flame.
Wade's men? But how did you come to be here? Where is your commander?
Sir Wade left earlier with a scouting party to find out where the Akashic were coming
Ah, voilà.
Did he? Take your wounded back to the inn. Martha will see you're looked after. We'll join you anon.
And to think you took them for thieves. A fine reward for holding off the horde, that is.
When did Wade and his men arrive?
Not long after Rosalith fell. The Guardians asked me to shelter some of them that had lost their homes. They were making ready to leave just as the skies turned, and we agreed it was best we stuck together.
Martha! Trouble! The scouting party's almost at the lift, but they got a pack of Akashic snapping at their heels.
Le combat il est là.
They've got wounded with them. They're not gonna make it.
Damn it all.
We'll worry about them, Martha.
You look after everyone here. If any can still fight, send them to the lift.
I will. You two be safe now.
Ok, let's go.
Mad dogs.
Hop, on prend l'ascenseur, c'est parti, hop là. Petit ascenseur. Une tour au dialogue.
Squire, I need you to get those who can still walk up the lift to Martha's. But what about... I didn't ask, Oscar. Sir.
Sir Wade.
Lord Rossfield. If you aren't a sight for sore eyes.
Martha seemed to think you might need some help. And by the looks of it...
We thought we could sneak by them. But we didn't know there would be so many. How could we have?
Behind you!
Ah, ils arrivent.
Damn it.
Oui, il est tortueux Eric. Aïe aïe, c'est chiant.
We can certainly try. Are you with us, Sir Wade?
Always.
Then let's do our duty.
Très bien. Merde. Voilà, tranquille.
Is anyone hurt?
I don't think so.
And yet again, you've pulled me from the flames. It's just a pity I keep walking into them.
You've never been one to shy away from danger, Sir Wade. Like any shield worthy of the name.
I see you're all in one piece.
Martha!
Is something wrong?
The lookout saw smoke coming from down Eastpool way. Too thick to be a hearth.
A second horde.
Feel like finishing the job.
Always.
Bon, en fait, c'était pas la fin. Très
We'll
bien.
make for Eastpool. You'll need to move the injured without us.
Don't you worry about them.
The moment my men are safe, I'll follow. Good luck.
Just patch me up as
Hop. Ah, ça, c'est tout. Ah, des gobelins.
They're headed for the rest.
We have to slow them down. Martha and the others won't be ready.
Ouh, comment ça s'est coupé d'un coup?
Something's coming.
Parce qu'il y en a d'autres. Nouvelle vague. Avec Wade qui nous rejoint très bien.
Did I miss anything?
Only the first round, Sir Wade. Shall we?
Aïe, c'était une chasse ça, je m'en souviens. Il fait mort, je crois. Voilà. Et voilà. Ça dégage. Je prends un peu d'eau.
Do you see any more?
No. I think that was the last of them.
But it won't be long before the next lot arrive.
Then we make for Martha's while we can.
C'est bon, c'est terminé?
What did you find out there?
The same as Sir Wade. Scores of Akashic.
Well, wherever they came from, they're gone now. Our lookouts say the lowlands are clear. Hopefully we'll have enough time to lick our wounds.
How many of your men were injured?
A damn sight less than if you hadn't turned up. Thank you.
It was a hard-fought victory. But as long as the skies remain dark, I fear the Akashic's numbers are only going to rise. It's not a matter of if the Horde will be back, but when. And whether that's sooner or later, we'll need to be ready. The inn here affords a good view of the land, and is easily defendable. I'd like to make this one of our outposts.
What do you say, Martha? You'd have more men to guard the rest.
Well, when you put it like that, of course they can stay.
Ok, donc c'est fini. Et maintenant, qu'est-ce qu'on va avoir? Foulard de gardien de l'étincelle. Objet décoratif. Ah, très bien. C'est le foulard de Wade. Incroyable.
My lord, there's someone I'd like you to meet. Oscar, over here.
It is an honor to make your acquaintance, Lord Rossfield. I am Oscar. Oscar of House Murdoch.
Murdoch? I wasn't aware the Lord Commander had children.
Oh, he didn't. But his brother, my father, did. I am Sir Rodney's nephew.
Well, go on then. It's not for me to ask him.
Yes, Sir Wade. If it please you, my Lord Marquis, might you take me as your squire? I would learn the duties of a shield from the finest.
I'm sorry to disappoint you, Oscar, but I'm a shield no longer. Nor was I ever the finest. And spending time in the company of an outlaw hardly seems a fitting education for one aspiring to take his oaths.
My Aunt Hannah once told me that a man is not defined by his title, but what he does in its name. You have accomplished much since taking on the mantle of Cid, winning no little honor in so doing. And I would sooner serve under an honorable outlaw than an unworthy shield. Not that Sir Wade and the other Guardians are... I mean to say that, they're...
It's all right. We know what you mean. There is only so much the boy can learn from me, my lord.
But a squire...
Would that really be so bad? You were a squire once. And I'm certain Sir Rodney would approve.
Know that I'll show you as much leniency as your uncle showed me.
I would not have it any other way.
Our friends seem to have things under control.
Ok. Est-ce qu'on va avoir un peu de géopolitique? Toujours un gros moment ça. On va avoir besoin de savoir où est Odin, j'imagine. Du courrier vient d'arriver dans la boîte aux lettres. Génial. Je vais faire ça. Ah, c'est pas là. On va être canné. Au secours. Laisse-moi sortir. C'était l'autre porte.
Did you see the pair that got hauled into time?
Et qu'est-ce qu'on a? Mon cher Clive, je tenais à t'écrire pour te remercier à nouveau d'avoir éliminé ces monstres à la lueur bleue qui rôdaient à l'extérieur de Francastel. L'ennemi reviendra sans doute, mais Philippe et moi avons le temps de nous préparer à une nouvelle bataille. J'oubliais, les portes de la nuit galante sont toujours ouvertes pour toi, Clive. Sache-le. Mes filles et moi-même sommes là pour t'apporter un peu de réconfort. Apolline. Oh wow. Calm down. Mon cher Clive, le fonctionnement de la milice et de la brigade de soutien commence à être bien rodé. Et si aujourd'hui la vie est plus paisible à Dalamil, c'est aussi grâce à toi. Tiens, j'y pense. Je crois t'avoir dit une fois que tu faisais preuve d'une éloquence certaine. En revanche, ton visage trahit souvent tes émotions, ce qui peut nuire à ton jeu d'acteur. Bref, je pense que tu devrais travailler sur tes expressions faciales au cas où tu serais amené à rejouer les barons sous colline. Bien à toi et à Jill. Cher Clive, toi et les autres nous avez débarrassé des hérétiques. Je vous en suis à tous très reconnaissante. À présent, je travaille avec les gardiens de l'étincelle à défendre cette auberge, en espérant te revoir quand le calme sera revenu. Marsa. Et Wade. Cher Sir Clive, je vous remercie à nouveau d'être intervenu pour nous aider à éliminer ces ignobles éthériques. Je tenais également à vous informer que nous autres gardiens de l'étincelle, nous sommes associés aux Haches Rouges, afin de mieux surveiller les environs. Comment se porte Oscar? Je suis certain qu'il apprend énormément de choses en travaillant pour vous. Ce garçon souhaitait si ardemment devenir votre écuyer qu'il en parlait tous les jours. Portez-vous au mieux, bon sire. Votre dévoué Wade. Ce qui va bien? Bah je viens d'arriver en fait, je sais pas. On vient de partir. Littéralement ça... Littéralement, même dans le monde du jeu, ça doit faire genre 2 jours. Hein.
Did you see that? Tell me you saw that.
Ok, pas de quête annexe, mais des récompenses. Même les récompenses.
I wasn't expecting you back so.
Oh, joute d'élite, une partition. Je prends.
All yours.
J'ai envie d'aller voir ce que c'est maintenant.
I may have more for ya.
Joute d'élite, c'est ça? Qu'est-ce que c'est?
It seems the hideaway has lost its.
C'était où? Joute d'élite. Ajout d'élite. Ah, bien sûr. Ah, pas sûr que ça aille ici. Pas très RP mais. Bonne musique. Ok, on parle à Otto. Qui va aller nous demander de parler à Viviane, j'imagine. C'est parti.
Was wondering when you turn up. Hellos from all our friends thanking you for your timely intervention. How is it you always manage to arrive at just the right moment?
Luck, I suppose. Any word on the rest of the realm?
Let's see. Storm's still crying out for mother crystals. The nations are still in chaos. And the skies are still the color of a kick in the kidneys 2 days on. So...
Right.
Clive, we knew this was gonna happen. Well, not the bleeding skies part, but you take my point. Now's not the time to second guess yourself. Now's the time to visit the infirmary. Talia says your brother's awake.
Oh.
Thank you, Otto.
Joshua.
So it was not Sylvester, but Olivier who served as Ultima's puppet. And when Dion learned of this, he sought to slay the fiend. Only for his father to take the spear that would have freed him. Enough to drive a man to madness.
Small wonder he hasn't stirred. I would be afraid to wake.
Had I but reached out to him sooner, warned him of the threat Ultima posed. But now, both an empire and her prince lie broken.
Joshua, what do you know of Ultima?
Est-ce qu'on va en apprendre plus? Non.
I'm afraid. Despite my best efforts. 18 years ago, as I lay buried beneath the rubble of Phoenix Gate, it was not death who came for me, but another. And it was while in my rescuer's care, I first heard of Ultima. I've been chasing his shadow ever since. Ultima is driven by some deep, dark purpose, and for whatever reason, it would seem you are crucial to his designs. He will stop at nothing to have you, even if that means toppling an empire.
But why me? What possible use could I be to such a creature?
That is one of many answers that have eluded me. Yet, I am certain of this. It is not mere chance. You were chosen for a reason. All dominants carry within them the might of an icon. Nigh limitless power that is at once acutely limited. I wield fire, and only fire.
And I only ice. 8 wardens for 8 elements. But you, Clive.
T'es un cheater.
You are different. You're special. Your abilities begin with the flames of Ifrit. But they do not end there. The fact Ifrit can even exist goes against everything we thought we knew of dominance. Perhaps Ultima has been waiting for one such as you, whose potential is truly limitless.
I've encountered that thing several times now. If it or he, as you say, needs me, why hasn't he claimed me as he did the boy?
Were I to hazard a guess,
Tu les as pas tous?
I'd say the two of you are somehow incompatible. His mind not properly attuned to your body.
His mind.
Mind, awareness, spirit, call it what you wish. But I believe Ultima to be an embodiment of the concept. This is why I struggle and fail to contain him here inside me.
I'm sorry. Inside you?
With every setting sun, I feel my strength wane. And though the Phoenix's flames mend the prison I have made for Ultima, they do so at a cost. We must find a means to bring an end to him before I meet my own.
What were you thinking?
It was that or let him take Clive. And I've always had a soft spot for my brother.
But that doesn't mean you should sacrifice yourself to save me.
Joshua. Clive, it's Gav. There's an army of Akashic at the gates of Canver.
Well, what's the short of it?
Thought Tyre told you. The capital of the Free Cities is under siege by an army of monstrosities. The city guard are doing their best to stem the tide, but numbers ain't on their side.
What of Lord Byron and Mid? Were they able to escape?
No, but they're all right for now. They're hiding with Gav at midship.
We have to get them out of there.
And we shall. Otto, prepare a Stolas. Tell Gav to stay exactly where he is.
Understood.
Vivian, what's the swiftest route to the Free Cities?
That sounds like a question for the map. Look here. This road, through Tabor, should provide the least trouble.
Good.
What a coincidence. Tabor is exactly where I'm bound.
Joshua, bed is where you should be bound.
You don't think I told him the exact same thing?
Were Tyre not such a talented healer, I would surely have been inclined to agree. But Thanks to her ministrations, I feel I may safely rejoin my attendant, who was to wait for me in Tabor if we became separated.
All right, we travel together.
Clive.
If he stays close to me, he'll be fine.
Thank you, brother.
I'll look after him.
Ok. Ah, des quêtes annexes. Ah, des chasses. Oh shit. It's happening. Ça va, c'est un roncé. Ok. Je le ferai plus tard. Oh, 3 quêtes annexes. Ah, peut-être plus en... œil pour œil. 4. Oh. Non, non, par contre, il faut que je fasse... Non, non, non. Je ferai des quêtes annexes plus tard. Hein. Ah. Zone où je suis pas encore allé. Très bien. L'ombre et la lumière. Il y a Joshua dans mon groupe. Il y a encore une quête. Au secours.
Enjoying this, are you? Gav and the others could be in danger as we speak.
Je suis en train de me demander si les quêtes annexes, je les fais dans mon coin. Ah, j'ai commencé à les faire. Hein. En stream. J'ai dit que ce serait un 100%. Non, je vais peut-être refaire une VOD annexe hein, un jour, un moment. Je pense que c'est le mieux. Une VOD que de l'annexe. 100% skippable. Mais l'air pas mal. Du coup en parlant je me suis rendu compte que j'avais perdu mon ducking sur OBS. Puisque j'ai changé de setup. Merde, je peux pas vérifier.
Assuming they will allow it, the echoes have a will of their own.
Ouais, la vitesse du chocobo. Ah. Là. Ah, c'est un bon beau. Je crois que c'est un coffre.
Tell us about Yote, Joshua.
She's strong-willed, loyal, and deadly with a blade. Much like Clive, but with better manners.
Non, Chocobro. TKT, on reviendra. Dans une prochaine VOD.
They're everywhere now.
Aïe.
We can't go around it.
Then we'll just have to be careful.
Non mais il va survivre.
Come
Have you been to Tabor before?
There are a few places I haven't.
That'll do, girl.
Voilà. Bonjour à tous.
Where now, Joshua?
There is a residence just inside the city gates. She awaits us within.
Welcome, welcome. Of course. Come again.
Ah, c'est là.
My Lord Marquis, it is an honor. I am Yote, Knight of the Undying, charged with the protection of His Grace Joshua Rosfield, Keeper of the Flame of the Phoenix.
Of course. It all makes sense now.
Would you care to elaborate?
The Undying are loyal servants to the ducal throne. Or more specifically, to its heir. They have served our family for generations, albeit from the shadows.
Since their inception, they have been tasked with the preservation and enactment of the rites of ancestral communion. After the events at Phoenix Gate, it was the Undying who delivered me to safety. And since the day I left Rosaria, Yote has been my constant companion and protector. Without her sword, I would not have survived my journey across the realm.
Rise, Lady Yote. You saved my brother. I owe you a debt I can never repay.
I but did my duty.
Come now. Tell us what you've discovered.
Your Grace. It is as you feared. The vessel we spied off the coast of the Crystalline Dominion on the night of her fall. It was the Einherjar. Beyond any doubt.
The Black Galleon.
Joshua, the Einherjar is the Royalists' flagship. What business would they have in the Dominion?
Upon learning of Waloed's involvement in recent events at Drake's Fang, I sensed the malign influence of Ultima, and bid Yote and the Undying look into the matter.
We have reason to believe that the Black Galleon weighed anchor shortly after the fighting began, and set a course due south.
For Canva. Then it is Waloed knights who besiege the cities.
What is left of them? Yes. And the Black Galleon sails at but one man's behest. Barnabas Tharm.
But are we truly safe here in the Agora?
The city guard have been paid, if that's what you're implying.
All the more reason for them to run.
Well, you are free to leave, Lord Minister.
Markets abandoned, warehouses aflame, blackened hulls choking every port in the capital. Canva is ruined.
The realm teeters on the brink of chaos, and all you can think about is commerce!
Forgive us. We were not aware Dhalmekia now subsisted on charity.
Quite.
How dare you!
Distinguished members of the Council,
You must forgive His Majesty this intrusion.
What is the meaning of this?
A trifle crowded, but I fear it will have to serve, my liege.
Very well.
My colleagues, do you not see? The king! He has come to save us from the Akashic! He is a gift from the heavens, divine intervention, our very salvation.
And of course, if it is compensation he requires, we would be most willing to negotiate a fair price for services rendered.
Fools! Your ignorance unbecomes you.
Your Majesty, correct me if I'm wrong, but I would swear that the fiends washing the cobbles of Canva with the blood of her citizens wear the colors of Waloed. Ha! So you do not deny it. Guards, fetter them, and see our guests to the dungeons!
Enough. Pathetic creatures. That you should imagine yourselves worthy of salvation. The girl is still here, somewhere in the city. Her consciousness fair dripping with her late father's hubris. A consciousness to which Mythos is inextricably bound and inexorably drawn. See that he is made welcome.
Yes, Your Majesty.
Come, Mythos. Surely the prince's light cannot have sated you.
So then, how long has Waloed been under Ultima's control?
How long indeed? Based on what we know of Barnabas's actions, I would guess some few years, mayhap more.
But to what end? What does Ultima want?
The tapestry. Show them.
Ah!
By the flames.
On apprend pas plus, mais...
Drake's breath, and now here. But what is it?
It is old, ancient, even. Naught remains of the faith it represents, save what can be gleaned from the image itself. None could tell me what the one in the apothecary meant, even the Undying. But I believe it may be the key to discerning Ultima's purpose. That figure in the center, the one beneath whom the icons congregate, that I believe to be Ultima. He is a god, or at least godlike. His very existence beyond our ken. The icons, and by extension their dominance, are meant to be his subjects, and while some, like Barnabas, have accepted this role, others have rejected it. Like you, Clive, which is rather inconvenient, as it appears he needs you most of all. And gods don't like to be disobeyed.
No, I don't suppose they do.
Clive, may I tell Yote of the lake?
By all means.
Yote, I will be accompanying my brother, to the Free Cities. Whilst we are afield, I would have you watch over those Clive has made his wards. Omielos delan tuisag ilith. Though well concealed, the hideaway lacks trained fighters to defend its occupants should they be discovered.
But it is my duty to...
As it has ever been my brother's duty, remember.
If that is your wish, Your Grace. But please be safe. If aught were to befall you,
You have my word.
Farewell, my lord, my lady.
We are in your debt, Yose.
Let's find our friends.
Donc on n'en apprend pas plus sur la peinture. On savait plus ou moins que c'était Ultima. Hein. Ah, encore plus de quêtes annexes.
And I her, which is why I had to let her go.
Who among you is bold enough to heed her call?
Ok. Cependant, ça fait déjà 1h17 de VOD plus là tout de suite le combat annexe que je vais cut et donc rajouter à cette partie qui est donc la chasse, comme je l'avais dit, de la dernière VOD où j'avais pas réussi. J'avais dit je la ferai quand on aura fini le jeu. En fait non, hein, parce que j'avais envie de challenge. Je l'ai faite au niveau 38. Voilà, ça m'a pris je crois qu'une vingtaine de minutes. J'étais chanceux. J'ai vite compris les patterns, c'est maintenant. Il y a des moments où je gueule bien sûr parce que sinon c'est pas drôle. Mais du coup je vais le rajouter, ça fera 1h40 de VOD, c'est pas mal. Donc on arrête là, merci d'avoir regardé, je te laisse regarder la suite. A très bientôt pour la suite de l'histoire du coup. Et voilà, allez, ciao YouTube, à la prochaine. Content, voilà. Et c'est parti. Voilà, on va s'amuser hein. J'adore ça. Ah mais c'est bon, un moment... Ah vas-y. Moi je mange en même temps bien sûr. Allez, c'est là, c'est le moment. Fais chier. Allez à terre. la caméra. Oh non, vas-y! Ah, j'étais dessus! Vas-y! Quel jeu de con! Ah, le plaisir quand même, hein! Ah, j'ai envie de crever, hein. Non mais comment je... Eh non mais sérieux hein. J'adore ce jeu. Ah, il va la toucher! enculé de con! Oh putain, mais c'est un délire! Ah, c'est incroyable, hein. Ah, il me l'a mis dans le vent, j'adore ça. Déjà un pack de metteurs hein. Ah vas-y! Quel délire hein! J'ai envie de crever. Le météore? Non. Y'a que les météores dedans, je vois avec ça. Hein. Ah, je les école. Ok. Ah, vas-y. Ouais. Malheureusement. Ok. Et c'est terminé. Ah, let's go. Incroyable. Un niveau 38 qui atomise un niveau 50. C'est bon, sans potion. Eh, let's go. Niveau 40. Et c'est ciao en fait, hein. Orichalque, engrenage céleste. Mécanisme étrange issu de la civilisation des Célestes et dont l'utilité reste indéchiffrable. Malgré son manque d'application pratique, les savants et même les collectionneurs sont prêts à aligner de belles sommes pour se procurer ce genre d'artefact. Ambre. Une pierre issue de la fossilisation de sève végétale. Son vif éclat et sa somptueuse transparence lui valent de se revendre à bon prix sur les marchés. Pardon. Un fragment de cristal usagé, un fragment de cristal ayant perdu la totalité de son énergie mais qui brille encore. Si la vente de cristaux actifs est contrôlée par l'État, les cristaux morts sont eux en circulation libre. Malgré le fait qu'il ne soit plus possible d'en tirer de la magie, elle peut trouver une nouvelle vie en tant qu'élément de verroterie décoratif pour les artisans accessoiristes, si bien qu'il se revend à un certain prix sur le marché des matériaux. Incroyable. C'est ciao. Ciao le dragon. Ciao le rang S. Eh ben dis donc. Ça c'était compliqué hein. Ouf. Oh non, je me suis trompé de scène. Ouf, ça c'était du challenge. Merci YouTube. Voilà, c'était une petite vidéo bonus. Je voulais tenter le dragon dans mon coin comme ça. Mais il fallait quand même une trace quand même. Et ben voilà. C'était la VOD bonus. J'espère que ça t'a plu. C'était un combat passionnant. Des bisous YouTube. À la prochaine. Pour la suite de l'histoire. Ciao.